Are live.
Let's go.
Let's go. You're still gonna have to talk into your microphone. You know that, right?
Oh, my bad. I just saw new Pulse of the Green drop.
A new Pulse of the Green drop. So I'll be listening to that this weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But welcome to the fuck off. Welcome to the producer show. We don't have a name for it yet, but
Yeah, no, I think it was just one of those things that we really just needed to get the ball rolling with. So I think Friday's work. We got Josh in here. Josh can kind of feed us stuff from the YouTube, which is great. So yeah, fire away if you got questions, if you got anything. We're just kind of getting the episode up now. Can give you a live update. It's uploading currently. We got about 12 minutes left to that.
yeah, it's the back end's where what takes usually the longest time is the actual
the shortest
uploading.
for you though.
Oh fuck, you are just okay.
We're starting early with the chirps.
it's
We're
just-
starting
it-
early.
It's not chirp. Dude just likes sassy. It's fine.
It's fine.
2023.
Don't knock until you try it. That's what I say.
I'm knocking.
I'm
it.
not gonna try it.
Yeah, I'm knocking it. I can't. Nope.
Whatever gets you there, bro.
Yeah, but so let's. I guess the easiest way to do this, Coleman. How do you think the week went? Let's talk about the week first, and then we can get into the fun stuff.
I think Sunday was a bit of a weird show. I didn't think there was. Sundays are like that sometimes, where before the start of the work week, I think stories can be a little lackluster. So I thought that was an okay show. I thought, it's always great having Mike in here. I really enjoy having him. So. That was a whatever show, but really I thought the week started with the Tuesday show with you and everything that led into Kirk smashing the TV, which is honestly like my TV, but worth it. Like awesome moment.
For you guys,
He had been building it up
me.
too with the cookie throwing too on his birthday. I was saying this before the show too, just like absolute athlete. That throw.
You're surprised he's taking over Barstool
I'm not saying
by storm.
I'm not saying I'm surprised. I'm just saying that that's multiple moments where he's been dead on accurate.
Hey.
Quote the lovely Miss Tomei from My Cousin Vinny. Dead on balls accurate.
Hey, it's. And I want to clear something up because on Beyond Average, Mick and Justin were talking about it. They were unsure of what I meant when I said not for me. And it's not that I wasn't scared, I wasn't terrified or anything like that. It wasn't entertaining for me. It was entertaining for everyone else, but it was not for me, understandably, because I fucked up.
I don't even necessarily know how entertaining it was. It was just one of those things where like you're glad it's not you. So I think Mike and I just being in the room, like a lot of nervous tension as well. But yeah, I mean, you handled it as best you could, I guess. The whole waiting and maybe hanging around, not the waiting and hanging around that you did, but the other day when you said you'd be, like hide off in a side room or whatever, that was wild.
Yeah, I mean, so the reason why I would do that was because I don't want to have to go all the way back to Bridgewater to come back to get my stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to go hide in the corner, be out of sight, out of mind, stay out of the thing, wrap up my stuff, pick it all up and get out of here. Like that was the plan as to why I was going to go.
I mean, you definitely
another room.
milked it though that time. Right? Like you were milking to see if you'd be able to stay or whatever.
Yeah, I was just doing everything I can. I started packing up. And it does take me a bit to get out of here some days. So
Yeah, I mean, you bounce around.
it's what I do.
People don't really know, but he's flying around the room. He sometimes is doing one thing, gets distracted, runs over to do something else, which I get. I mean, you legitimately have like ADHD or whatever, right? So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, no, I get that. But it is just a lot sometimes, like just feeling your presence in the room bouncing around is,
Oh, it can be. No,
it's hectic.
Totally understand that. It's definitely for like kind of, I've always been like, there's a story from when I was in third grade that the teacher told me I couldn't keep getting up to sharpen my pencil or I couldn't get up out of my desk. So I started to actually scoot the desk all the way up to the teacher's desk to do something.
That is a psychotic move in the middle of class.
In the middle of class.
I would have hated you.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
I won't even say did. They still do from it. Mm-hmm. So that's in that thing. And then the whole gaming thing, like...
Yeah, so I was saying I was kind of torn on that. I saw it yesterday. To me, your argument saying why it wasn't really you or whatever, like I could see that. I know people that share accounts and even if they're not
PlayStation Plus.
No, but even if they're not, like I know sometimes like I'll have a game running in the background and it'll still show up.
That you're on, yeah.
I thought the Discord thing brought up today was a little sketchier, just because that seems a little more intricate.
It's really not though, because do you have a Discord?
Kind of.
So,
like I barely use
Have you
Discord.
ever linked it up to your PlayStation account? Probably not.
I don't think I have.
So PlayStation finally did a new thing. Like Discord was able with Xbox to go on and like be able to talk on Discord through your Xbox, and PlayStation with the 5 just added that update.
Yeah.
So that's
they're
why,
always a little behind on that.
Yeah, but that's
Xbox.
so when you link your account, it goes and shows you. Now, if I go home and play Steam at some point and say, you'll see that it says I'm on my computer in Steam. No, I'm not gonna. Not tonight. Trust me. No games tonight. But yeah, it's just it was connected and on, so it's like if someone's on, someone's on. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like I know what I was doing, and I know I wasn't playing games.
Yeah. It's getting his ass ate.
Yeah, that's it.
Josh, anything from you today or in general? I mean, we got your story of the weekend. Congratulations. Congrats on the sack.
Thank you.
So anything today for you? How'd it go?
It went really good. Obviously, I wish the Cowboys won, so that was unfortunate. But and yeah, I mean, I know we were talking before the show. It'll probably be on the vlog. She took it fine. She handled it fine. Like I handled it fine.
What was your
Talking
freak
about
out?
the date. Freak out with the game.
What is your freak out for a game, especially like that when they
Do it for us. Real quick.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Come on.
Trying to I need like a.
Balls are blue as hell.
It needs to be like authentic, but like I'm already getting mad at the Dak sack. I was just like, what the fuck? Like literally, that was the only like moment I was just like, because I was trying to keep my like cool with her around, but I hit like a quick like, what the fuck is he doing? Like I was so
You have
mad
to be yourself,
when
though,
he
in
took.
scenarios.
Yes, I know.
Is she a football fan
No,
at all? So
no,
has she been watching? Obviously, you said she was a Taylor Swift fan. Has she been kind of brought in because of Taylor and Travis?
A tiny bit. Her and her sisters have like watched a little bit of the Chiefs games and stuff. And like I've tried to recruit her as a Cowboys fan. She's like, oh, if the Chiefs play the Cowboys, like because I threw like she's like, I'm riding with Taylor. So we'll get her there one day. But yeah. We've got a couple interesting comments though. In the chat that I wanted to say. And speaking of, we'll get off this one. Todd. Question 1, why did Josh want to force his best friend to date Irene's sister?
Yeah, that's a
True.
bold move.
I can say, okay, so Ben, okay, so it came about because her sister was looking for somebody, and I was showing her pretty much a pool of my friends, and her sister thought Ben was the best looking one. So that's kind of how that happened.
Okay.
So you had pictures of all your friends. And
It was more just like which one would match her sister's like energy. And
What's her sister's energy?
because there's a lot of Mena fans listening who I'm sure.
Yeah, I know. All right, let me be careful. Her sister's energy, they're very similar.
Okay.
To put it like that, yeah. Very calm, mellow, Swifties. Generic white girl energy, I'd say. But I don't know how well that'll bode. But
Generic white girl.
Yeah, not a bad thing.
Ain't
Not
no
a bad
problem.
thing at all. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, the date was fine, but yeah, the Ben kind of screwed it up. I will say.
What did he think after the fact? Did he think it went well? Did he know he was screwed?
I
Or
just don't
lack
know if
thereof.
he was. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if he was giving his all.
Got 5
to
minutes
it.
on the upload, by the way.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I mean, he said he'd do it again. She seems like she's interested in him. I'm kind of the middleman. Ben's kind of a bad communicator.
So it sounded like it was like a horrible.
It was fine. Like, we call him Benny Ramble sometimes too. So we thought he was gonna have a ramble moment. He didn't. The date, I honestly thought it was fine. Like I'd rate it like a B+. Again, it's me and I almost dropped the name. Almost dropped the name.
You and
But
Irene?
me and Irene, me and the Hurricane. It's still kind of new, so it was definitely kind of awkward for the double date. But I don't want to bore you guys with all the details. But yeah, it's definitely.
What else we got going on in the chat?
So we have another question. This one kind of goes off the video game whole dilemma there, but this is a small critique / question for Gus from Tito. Do you think Kirk would find it acceptable if you spent time on days like yesterday that you were learning how to be better at visual graphics, effects, etc.?
That's definitely something I want to do. I don't know if Kirk would find it acceptable. I don't want to speak for Kirk. I will never speak for Kirk. So that's a question for Kirk. But that's definitely something that I'm going to continue to do. I mean, I've been looking into like Photoshop, for example, and Premiere.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my Photoshop up a little.
Yeah,
as well.
that's I think it's going to be something for like even at Barstool, like getting the logins if they even have it, getting that set up. But definitely those are things that I want to do because I do want to be able to go out, kind of do man on the street, make content that can eventually translate to the show in one form or fashion. So there's definitely some options out there, and looking into like what could potentially come up that might be talked about. Even if that's like, we know there's a movie coming up, maybe going to a theater and just trying to grab people outside coming after it. Something like that, just kind of get like quick little reactions.
Yeah, I mean, that was also something slept on with Carabas on Wednesday, where he had offered to help out with that as well. So, maybe if stuff comes up, we can pull him in.
Oh, I can definitely, like what Jared was saying, like with Border Talk. If Jared wants to get Border Talk to actually happen, I'm more than happy to help Jared and Kirk and try to have that, because I think that could actually be genuinely something. It would be cool, as we know, Kirk's a great interviewer, gets the best stories out of people, and I think it's the kind of the comfort he puts them in when talking with them. So I think that's definitely something that could do well. I remember even I brought it up on the show one time, and Kirk was like, "You think I was serious about that?" I was like, "I don't know anymore."
I know.
From here on out, I'm taking everything serious.
It is hard to tell at sometimes, because even his sarcasm, almost like it, in some moments you just feel like it's his word, it's law. So I've actually struggled with that a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Said he wanted a big birthday. Said he wanted big.
Yeah. So it's like it's all touch and go, but it's, look, if a good idea comes up and it can start off as something that might have been originally in jest and it works,
Sure,
let it roll.
What else we got, Josh?
We've got another. It seems like we're firing off a lot of Gus questions here.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is from Sean, 1982. Gus, were you spoiled as a kid? You seem to be a slob and have not much drive. Did your parents either do everything for you or disregard your existence? Jesus.
That's rough. No, I was definitely spoiled. I'll agree with that. My mom did my laundry for a while. I can admit that.
How long? Till when? Because I said on the show recently I started doing it in high school.
Yeah, I started doing it in middle school.
All right.
So
it's fine.
It was mainly after like middle school soccer practice with and coming with all the extra gear. My mom didn't want to do all that.
It smelled disgusting.
Stuff. Oh, it was very gross. But no, and what was the other part of the question? I already forgot. Of like, was I spoiled?
Yes.
No drive? No, I have a drive. I mean, Coleman knows. Him and I have been texting. We text a lot. So it's like I'm always in communication, trying to figure out like the next step, and I am working on finding my lane.
I'm laughing at this next one. Pat Ford coming in.
Oh, let's go. Drip Lord.
I like this. I'm very interested in Coleman's response. Mm-hmm. Josh, would you let Coleman tee off on the Hurricane's sister? Why not?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right age range? Right age range?
Yeah. 26. She's a little older. She's actually older than the Hurricane. So
older spot for you, Coleman.
Yeah. He's shaking his head. He's out.
Yeah.
He's too old for him.
He's done. I don't know where I stand on the whole dating thing right now. I'm trying to
what
get
is
better
your
at the show.
Preferred age though? Like same age, a little older, a little younger?
I like the slightly older, like 1 or 2 years
or
older.
3.
Sure. I mean, at what point, doesn't matter. I think like I think I said 30 in the past. Like I think like a 26, 27 is more likely to be the max range for me. Yeah, I don't really go the Justin route with too young. I've said before, like it's always been a thing that my brother was 2 years younger. So like I always kind of cut off by his grade or whatever. I think younger than that gets a little weird for me.
I was going to say, you're at the age where it should be, I can take her to a bar for a drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Like that's always, I remember being in my 20s dating and I was like, as long as I can take them to a bar.
So 21.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Like not even a bar. Like if I'm going out to dinner with someone, like I like to be able to like have a little wine or something over dinner.
Well, I mean, now this is going to make me sound bad, but if you go with someone who's under 21, you can still order your
episode's processing, by the way.
The update. Yeah.
I like the updates.
Oh, then we got and we still got to throw in the ads for that.
Yeah. I'm going to run people through that as it's going.
Yeah.
I think that's something.
Because and this is what I'm kind of glad about, because I want to see like the fans understand when we hit publish on this. It still takes 15, 20 minutes to upload.
I can break it down real quick. Essentially, we upload, kind of assess anything within the episode. So, like, for example, that Rico call that came in, my phone, when it connects sometimes, it's been going through to the one side of the audio. So that's something I didn't catch with Nikki Smokes yesterday. But today, when Rico's call came in, I noticed that. So I had to put it in Premiere, fill the other side with that audio. So it's fixed in this audio today. So that's like a little thing we got to throw on the close, and then you export from there. That can take anywhere from like 5-10 minutes usually for an export, right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. And then from there, that gets uploaded into the back end. That usually takes around 15.
Yeah, that one's always a little bit longer.
Depending on the length of the episode as well. From there, it needs to process, which is what it's doing now. All during that time, Gus has the timestamps, so that's where they come up in the description. Gus will usually give the first run of that, and then I'll go through and kind of edit as I see fit. Along with that, we're thinking of episode titles. I'm looking into no context, which I still need one more picture for. If chat has a good one for no context, maybe they can pick one today. And then from there, it's really just processing and waiting. So right now, it's processing, still has not finished processing. Once it is, we need to mark the ads. There weren't any today, but you still need to mark like where an ad could be suitable.
So that's where that's where you get a lot of the complaints from the people who are like, I was just listening, and all of a sudden PFT jumps in out of nowhere. So those are spot ads that have to get put in.
Yeah, they get like filter fed in. From there, then it's really just a waiting game to get it pushed out. So usually Spotify is on top of it and gets it out first. I guess it has to go through their checks. Apple Podcasts takes longer. But recently, Spotify has been having issues, so that one has been taking longer. The other day was absurd; just both of them took forever.
We were just sitting here waiting, like, what the fuck?
But that's about it. That's the process. Anything from the chat, Josh?
Yeah, we've got a couple here. We've got a nice little comment. We've got a Gus supporter here. Average Joe. Gus has the Dave Cullinane where he can take a punch and he's completely himself. Keep your chin up. # Gus Bus.
Yeah. I love the thing that Kirk brings up, that when you make a statement, the first shot is never good.
No.
It's brutal. But you do come across clear and pretty coherent in the second attempt.
Yeah, so it's
very consistent.
It's as Julie said, it is a brain thing. Like I have a little hard wire in my brain.
It's hard when there's only half in there.
Yeah. I've had concussions, I had the stroke, like I've been through like some stuff. So what helps me is if I actually have the time, take a breath, think about it. Because like on the show, I'm just trying to answer as quick, and then it's like, bleh, and that's where you get the normal me sounding like an idiot.
Yeah.
But once I have a second to like regather my thoughts, talk about it, I can present myself as actually someone who is educated.
Good rebound.
Yeah. Despite what people think.
5th grade education, but
yeah.
We've got another one from Ross saying, Gus, when was the last time you got blacked out at a college party?
Blacked out at a college party when I was like probably 22.
Okay.
No shot.
No.
Oh, wow. So you think it was more recent?
I don't know. Like he has these alumni chapter meetings.
I'm not getting blacked out at that. I'm doing something else there that doesn't get me blacked out. I just get very So
you're greened out.
I'm greened. I don't green out.
Yeah, Ross doesn't believe it either. He's saying liar.
That's fine. It is what it is. It's when I was 22. Because I'll be honest. I don't really like to drink that much anymore. Like I'll have a beer with dinner, a glass of wine with dinner, but I'm not drinking to get drunk anymore. Just because the way waking up feels like shit, like dealing with everything.
Well, it depends on the type of alcohol too.
Yeah.
I mean, something higher in sugar or whatever. Okay, so this should almost be ready.
We've got one from Nick Lancaster. Is the TV being replaced, boys?
Yeah, I was thinking about this because I was in Best Buy yesterday and I was thinking of maybe just buying another one. I don't know. I mean, I get what Kirk is saying with, it's a podcast first, and I understand that. But, I do think there are ways to accentuate that for the YouTube. So, the other day I played that stupid Brandon clip, and he was like, do you think this makes for good podcasting? And I agreed, man, not really. But if there are audio clips that make sense with the visual aspect, sure. That is a little complicated as well, because the way that we'd been able to run it to the TV was through Gus's computer. So that gets a little harder when you have timestamp marks for audio, but then kind of to the issue Gus had early in the week, that's harder to do with a scrubbed video file. Yeah. So we need to be timestamping or clipping 2 times over, which just isn't necessarily feasible, especially with like a last minute story or something that
like
comes
Touch
out.
and Rich this morning.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just one of those situations that, and it's like we're trying new things, and at the end of the day, having the audio clips is always the best part. And now that's what I'm doing from here on out.
We've got another couple interesting questions here. We've got one from Todd. Where did Gus meet the wife?
Bumble.
Oh,
we were
okay.
We were an online dating.
So she had to hit you up first.
She had to hit me up first.
What was the line? Do you remember the line?
I don't fucking remember.
Oh, this is your wife, Gus. This is the moment you first interacted.
I think it was like a hey, how's like it might have just been something simple,
very
like
casual.
Yeah, casual.
You like that ass ate?
No, it wasn't that at all.
What'd that booty do?
We've got another one from Spinsta.
Oh, Spinsta's cool.
Spinsta, yep. Coleman, when are you taking Gus out with the crew? Is it ever gonna happen?
It will happen. This week they didn't really have plans or anything for going out. They're doing like a Friendsgiving tomorrow night, but I'm not really going to that.
A little early for the Friendsgiving, no?
Yeah, I thought so as well.
It just turned in November.
Yeah, it's something to figure out, because there's also the fact that he could maybe come to like a tailgate or something too, instead of a night out, which is sometimes more fun, I think, than going out. So there's that option. The other thing is, like, they're not really guys. They're all finance-minded dudes that, might not necessarily be comfortable on camera. So figuring out the right crew for all that. Okay. But eventually, yeah, for sure. I have zero problem in, when Kirk asks something, like, yeah, I'll try and get it done. But it's more of an outside thing currently, like, trying to figure out a time that works for everyone in them. But we'll get it done.
We've got another one from Ross. Gus and Coleman, when will you guys find a way to get to the Chicago office?
Never. Don't want to. I'm good.
Yeah. I don't. Here, you guys can keep going. I'm just gonna rip.
Yeah. No. I think it's an interesting. I think it's an interesting question that gets brought up. Like, if there's anyone from this universe that's going to go to Chicago, I think the leading horse is still Justin. And I don't even know how real or bad or back on anything that is. So I think for me, I like the Kirk Minahan show. I've been a fan since the beginning. This is exactly where I want to be. So the Chicago guy is like, I don't care about trying to get out that way, one way or another. And I'm sure Coleman would say the same thing now, especially since the one thing about this show that really got me invested in the beginning was just, as you can see it every day, dealing with Kirk. He's just unapologetically himself, and he's always going to be himself. He's always going to say what it is. He's going to say what's on his mind. He's not going to cut things around. He's just going to be direct to the point for it. And that's something that I don't think you can get almost anywhere else. Like, sure. And I don't even know what I would do in Chicago. I feel like for me, what I want to do in my skill set, this is a great fit. And we can use it however it may be. I don't think I would be useful to anywhere else in this company.
Okay. We've got another one from Average Joe. When is Gus's sleepover vlog coming?
Well, that night was it was a very quick night for that sleepover, so there wasn't too much too much video footage. And I just saw what Pat Ford said too. So about the
Sorry, I'm back
no,
in.
he does not remind me of Antonio Brown, Patrick. That was a very bad.
So episodes published from here. This is where we just wait. Like there's nothing we can physically do. If it is taking, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes to 40 minutes too long.
Oh, he just meant to go visit and check it out.
What do you mean?
Ross was saying if we would go for going to Chicago, if we'd go visit it.
I have
no clue.
Kirk's there and it makes sense in the realm of this show, sure. But, I was never going to Chicago. When I was at Barstool, that was never the plan. I was always planning on being in New York. So that was just always something that I didn't personally care about all that much. Excuse me. But Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't interest me all that much.
We've got another one from Poppy Crocs here.
Good name.
When's the next board game with Mick? Don't have him on the show. Just have him drive 45 minutes to play Gus in Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers Clue.
Bob's.
There's a typo on that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, people weren't the biggest fans of Sorry, and that's fair. They're not all going to be hits. I think that this week's vlog is going to inherently be shorter just because there was less going on outside of the studio this week. So, sometimes there's going to be quick hitters. It all varies based upon what's going on within the show, within the world. So I'll be working through that this weekend. That is the thing, though, with something like Sorry, is when you look back at one of those first ones down the line, like you can almost play that up again way down the line and have it still be funny almost as like a an ode to an earlier scenes episode or something. Like there's stuff like that just kind of comes up naturally over time again. So for now, no plans on more board games or anything. But I think this is important, though, with the start of a producer show. Like, I down the line do want to have more live streamable things here that we can do on an off day, on a weekend. More stuff like that. That's just kind of fun, and for the fans, that is more extra content. That's the main thing. End of the day is obviously everyone wants more and more and more, and that's something I hope I can do down the line. It just, these things take time. Like currently I'm trying to get our graphics department to get a thumbnail for the YouTube because I'm sick and tired of looking at the stupid basic shot. Like that's something that I'm not great at on my own, but I'm hoping to get fixed soon. It's gradual. There's stuff that's going to come.
Yeah, I agree with Coleman.
Rambled on a bit there. I don't think the Hurricane Sister is the one for me then.
It's one of these situations, and I think the biggest thing, like especially with Coleman and I back here, I've gotten to a point now I'm getting more comfortable with Coleman and kind of knowing like what. No, just like I'm knowing his cadence, the way he likes to talk, what he likes to bring up about. So like getting that instinct, just from even back here is fine.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say you guys definitely like balance each other out.
Yeah.
In terms of energy, high energy Gus, more mellow Coleman. It's good. It's a good mix.
Yeah, I think the other thing too, though, is like Gus is inherently going to have that that energy and bring that energy, and that to me, I almost like want to keep it back a little bit because if we were both firing on all cylinders like that, it would be a lot. Like people would get overly sick of it all, I think. So yeah, I'll have my moments. I have my moments where I get fired up over stuff, but yeah.
We've got another one from Average Joe. Will the vlogs stay weekly?
Yeah, I kind of would like them to. I could see a possibility where it could be maybe like a 2-week vlog if there was kind of like a down week or not too much going on. That's the balance. Is it, sometimes shorter episodes or sometimes, maybe a little bit longer with a 2-week pack. I can't see it being more than a 2-week break in between. I think there's enough content there, even just from reclipping the show to fit within the narrative of the blog and stuff. And, I think it's a good way to work in the network a little bit and kind of feed off some of those shows too and everything. So, I don't know. It's a developing form of content, I guess. I don't know.
More content, more people see. And I think, I know when I was a fan, I was always curious as to what like the behind the scenes look like. So I think this is giving them a new perspective into it and what we could be like, what can be. Cause like we were even talking about like obviously you have the, Will's Bleed the Green.
Pulse of the Green.
That dropped today, but like kind of like some of those things can translate. I think if there's like a good audio clip from it, and I'll find out after we finish this up when I'm on my way home, I'll listen to that. But like always being in tune, and I think being willing to like put yourself personally out of your comfort zone for things. So that's going to be something going forward, and I think the vlog's going to be able to show that each part through that. And I mean, hell, when the first week when you showed up at bowling was freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
so there's different things all around that can be done.
Yeah, and if people within the world know of stuff going on as well that, you know, maybe we can show up to or something in the area, like that's good too. Like those are the opportunities where you can expand the world, and, you know, that's why you're able to have like a random Mama K and Kevin from Bristol appearance in the vlog. Like where else would you necessarily have those moments? You don't really get to see that, which I like. I think it's all about, you know, Kirk at the core, but with more world building, it just helps the show more and connects people with the show more.
And it's always shaping, evolving.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah.
Changing. Yeah.
It's like a piece of clay.
Yes.
You can
100%.
mold it.
I got to build a house. I got to start with the foundation and go from there.
Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. We've got another comment here. Here we go. From Roscoe. This one I thought was kind of funny. Coleman, is that you that goes into the Mike and Minifan chat, or is it a fake?
Oh, that was me.
That's 100%
That was
Coleman.
legitimately
I can
me.
confirm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every
Okay.
time I can confirm it's
look at
Coleman.
Roscoe. Okay.
Yeah, no, that is definitely me. I know some people also don't think that I'm in the Discord. I'm in the Discord, so I don't check it all that much, but I'm in there technically.
I thought another
I keep up now.
Another
Gotta keep
funny
learning.
one from Todd. Can Coleman take us back to New York City and do a Home Alone 2 vlog?
What do you mean by that?
Like take me back to HQ? Like
Not sure what he meant there.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna find a bird lady.
Just go in the middle of Central Park. Yeah, Central Park, right?
Yeah,
That's where that's
better than one, I think. Home Alone 2.
Well, I mean, it had our president Donald J. Trump in it.
It's true. Down the hall, make a left.
But no, and it's I don't know. I think there is a lot of potential content. Like Coleman's invited me to his beanbag tournament on the 4th of July. Cornhole. Beanbag, yeah.
Some people that I know call it bag.
Bags. Yeah, no, it's cornhole.
That's more of a Midwest thing, I believe. It's cornhole. I don't know.
Yeah, I call it cornhole too.
I'll live and die on the pork roll Taylor ham thing, and you can.
Yeah.
So,
discuss it.
I like this idea, Todd. He's talking about a cheese pizza, limo, toy store, and pigeons. That's what we got to go do. The best.
What is it?
I'm picking up on the chat too, and I just saw what is the best college bars I've been to. God, most of mine are from Providence. I mean, I wouldn't call it a college bar, but I love Trinity Brew House just because their beers are absolutely fantastic. The one bar that they're all going to say that they're talking about because they wanted it from the college I didn't attend is Bogart's, but it no longer exists. And that was the college bar back at Bridgewater back in like the early 2010s.
MA's, but I never went to. I wasn't at BC. I was at BC, but underage when it was still a thing. So I never really got to go, and it's kind of a regret. I always heard good things. It's probably a shithole, but you know, it was our shithole or whatever.
Now to kind of play off that, what do you guys usually tend to drink? Like if you're out at a bar, you're gonna what's your go-to drinks?
Depends.
Yeah, it really does depend. I think hard alcohol. I'm more of a tequila guy.
Ooh. Okay.
Beer, I like Miller Lite. I like wine.
Me too. Red or white?
Red.
Red.
Although
Same.
out sometimes
season, finally.
I'll do, or like with like fish or something, I'll do like white wine over ice. I think that's always classy and really good.
Yeah, I mean, for
Sangria,
me,
a little sangria.
If-
I love
hate all
sangria.
little sangria.
I'm usually an IPA guy. I mainly would drink IPAs when I go out. It's just they fill me up. I don't get drunk on them. I just
That's
sip
more
it.
of like
And
that's a great day drinking, like watching football.
anytime. No, it's anytime I could have a nice IPA. Yeah. If I want to be classy, I'm a Scotch neat guy. If my one of my friend's dads showed what he does is he gets like a bunch of whiskey and has a pint glass ordered to the top with ice and then fills it up with whiskey or Scotch all the way. And but that's his one drink for the whole evening.
I was gonna say.
And he never gets belligerent, never gets drunk or anything because he waters down as he goes.
He's pacing it.
Yeah, it's
Pacing it
it's a funny thing to watch. But for me, if I want to feel classy, I'll either do I prefer whiskey neat. Sometimes I get it on the rocks, but definitely like Scotch would be my drink. But again, I
like a little Jameson.
I don't like the feeling I get when I'm drunk, just because I feel worse drunk, and that's why like now with my medical card, like that's why I have the medical card too. So it's like kind of combats for that. So
you're more of a weed guy. That's
yeah,
fine. Yeah. Teach their own. Definitely. I'm being called out here in the chat. So I guess I'll go back to this comment here from Kyle Timms. And hey, I guess we're going back to this Biggie Tupac.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
I stand on it. I stand on it. I'm a rap fan. Like that is the genre that I like the most. I stand on this.
We've got Kyle Timms. I am not actually out on Coleman. I am sorry that I said that, but
enjoy your fucking bowling pin.
Tupac and Biggie are
like
both top 10 of all time.
I think there's more of an argument for Biggie than Tupac. I'm not really a Tupac guy. Like I mentioned, I think he's a fraud. No, it's true. I don't like rappers that talk on shit that they don't really live. And that was Tupac. Listen, Juicy, an all-time song. Big Papa, great song. Who Shot Ya? Great song. Yep. These are all great songs. He's maybe like a 9 or 10 for me if he's cracking the list. And I think if I break up the Wu-Tang Clan, he doesn't make it.
So Wu-Tang together, he gets 10. If not, he's 11.
So who's your number one? Or is that too tough to say?
So it's a toss-up, but I think on a tier of his own, MF Doom is untouchable. He is rap supervillain. No one flows like him, has rhyme schemes like him. He's untouchable. Realistically, though, based upon how I got into rap and everything, typical white boy, Eminem is probably 1 or 2 for me. I saw him live twice. So yeah, M's up there. I'll run through it. Let's go. MF Doom, Eminem, Andre 3000, Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z. Like I said, if I'm breaking up Wu-Tang, maybe like Method Man, GZA, Old Dirty Bastard are kind of all hanging around there for me. But I'll put them collectively as one. I guess that's 6, I think. Nas up there. Illmatic, one of the best rap albums of all time. I think you have to put Drake just because of hits. No one has rap hits like Drake. It's just a fact. Yeah, see, so like here's where it's hard because like maybe if Wu-Tang isn't separated, they fill this out. You can maybe even argue like an Eric B. Rakim.
See, this is where I'm out. I'm not a rap guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know my shit. I think that they died and then had more listens on their albums and they're great albums. I just think that nowadays when you have guys like a Kendrick, even like some of his later stuff hasn't been as great, but like a J. Cole back in the day was unreal. Sneaky hot take too. I think Lupe Fiasco, his more commercially stuff was trash, but like Food and Liquor and The Cool are unbelievable albums. I think he sold out a bit along the way there, not to his own fault or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Tupac makes it. Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E could make it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, it's still a crazy take. Just
it's not.
Just
though.
leaving
it's
them
just,
both out is crazy in my mind.
It's
like I don't like rap, and I know
me.
that's wrong.
They don't do it for me.
We've got Poppy Crocs agreeing. He said Tupac, big time fraud. He's the king of West Coast rap, but he's from Baltimore.
I don't like California Love. Yeah. I think that song's lame. I think Hail Mary and what was the other one we were talking about before?
Hit 'Em Up.
Hit 'Em Up.
Hit 'Em Up's great.
Yep. Hit 'Em Up. Those 2 songs are awesome. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
Average Joe too. This comment's great. Gus, Coleman, Justin, Josh. Dream blunt rotation. It's kind of fun.
Hey man, pass to the right or left, I guess.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I got from questions from the chat.
Oh no, Andy left the Wordle chat. Andy's mad that the show blocked him.
Hey, it wasn't us.
I blocked him from my account now. Kirk told me to, so I blocked him.
Stand by it, but yeah.
I think for this week of shows though, like Jaredin was great, and I think there's something more going on with Jared. I know it was alluded to in the show earlier today. There's got to be something else.
I got to watch back in the vlog, but he may have even mentioned something relating to like a kid or something.
I was gonna say, are we talking about like him having a kid?
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was him saying like specifically a kid, but I feel like there was a vibe even before the show started where he was kind of mulling that over.
I will say it's very interesting that she texted him during the show.
Oh, God, yeah.
Coincidentally.
True.
I don't think that was a
Very-
coincidence.
Well,
Yeah,
that was the thing. She had the period drop.
Yep. So
So I think
That's something
you
to
know what
keep
it is.
an eye
I
out
bet you he came in, and
Oh,
she
he
was
came
late. She was late, and that was on his mind.
Fair.
Because he did seem relieved after he got that text.
That's arguably a top 5 text to get. It's true. That and your Uber Eats order is here.
Yeah. That the Uber Eats order always makes you feel good.
Oh yeah.
What's up there, Josh? You look like you wanted to say something.
yeah, I'm reading the Todd one. It's kind of funny. Gus, top 10 hours that you played Ninja Turtles yesterday. I'm sorry. I just think it's funny that they are not.
That's
They are
fine.
all over you for that.
That's right.
I think it's hilarious.
Minifans are everywhere. Just
Yup,
know that.
you are right. Trust me.
Minifans are everywhere.
Just let everyone know, episode's still not showing up.
It's insane.
Yeah. In the
Oh,
very-
actually, we're live on Apple Podcasts.
Oh,
If
fine.
You want to
Okay.
fire off the tweet?
I can fire off. The
Still
tweet.
nothing on Spotify. I mean, Spotify's just been
tough lately, huh?
brutal.
Yeah.
I heard, so that's part of the process. I hit up basically the podcast traffic guy from Barstool. I'm blanking on his name. Might be like Sean or something. I don't even know. But he had said the last time when we were having Spotify issues that Chiclets had been posted earlier that day. That was about a 3.5 hour show. It didn't get put on Spotify until 5 hours later. So that was the timetable I was kind of dealing with and looking at. But yeah, it sucks. Also, I still need another no context. I'm missing one. Anyone in the chat, give me something good. Give me something good if you watch today's show. I need one more.
I mean, Todd's saying he feels like me and Josh have a good rapport. So, Todd, you got anything? Got any comments for us?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to what would be.
What
a good
was
moment.
Josh? What was your like kind of standout moment of the week besides?
What do we have so far?
What do you mean? What do we have so far? Like the whole week that was started Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's okay. So let's see. I mean, the TV thing, 1,000% is on. Gotta be.
It has to be. I mean,
That's the first thing that stands out to
awesome.
me.
so great.
Let's see.
Like
I will say, and I'm not trying to like stir the pot or anything, but I will say the Julie and Steve thing intrigues me a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little
It
weird,
intrigues
right?
me a little bit. Yeah, just like I know it was kind of like danced around a little bit after
Yeah.
Justin's phone call today, but it intrigues me a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm
Backstory
a
on
Steve
that.
guy.
Same. Oh,
He's,
100%.
he's the only other producer I know. I haven't listened to the Cullinane Era. So, Steve's great.
I think to your point too, like I think the bigger question is like, what is going on in that group chat?
Oh my
That
God.
group chat is like,
I want nothing to do with that group chat. I have
but you
zero-
almost like want something. To do. It's like a weird, like I want to know
zero
more about
desire.
it. I don't know. Okay, let's see.
I need one more no context. I'm blanking on what else.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, I could do something lame like Lane Kiffin, but there's got to be better.
Oh,
You know what? I might just screenshot the Belichick thing.
I mean that is that Belichick? Like I mean, no one's confirmed it yet.
It looks a lot.
It looks like him.
A lot like
It
him.
looks a lot like him. But
Healthy pair of tits.
I will say Pat Ford actually commented during the live chat and was saying, I don't know if this is true, Pat, but comment if it is. I'm pretty sure during the live chat he was saying one of his friends owns an Airbnb, and that was the Ring camera at the Airbnb.
Okay. Makes
Now
sense.
that's kind of interesting. I mean, I'm not saying
so
that that's
if he's at an
100%
Airbnb,
true, but
then he's not on Nantucket like people think he is. Then
yeah. I mean,
if it's an Airbnb, why would Belichick go to an Airbnb on Nantucket unless he's
yeah. I mean, Trying to think, yeah. I mean, it could be from a while ago. I know they're going to Germany. They're in Germany this weekend. So
yeah.
So
they should be gone already.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're definitely got to already be in Germany.
I mean, you have to be by now.
Yeah.
If not, you're just asking for just your players to be tired and shit.
But I feel like I'm like 90% sold that that's him.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like.
I mean,
really
location is interesting though, because like, is it technically like shirtless morning weather right now? I feel like it's kind of chilly out.
It is. It is.
Someone zoom in on the nips there and let me know. Let me know if they look cold out or not.
So we're making the decision that this might be from a long time ago. This ring camera.
I don't really know.
I wouldn't say it was a long time ago. Like it looks like around the same time, but I just don't think. I mean, it could be him. I don't know.
I need this other no
I think
context.
it looks so much like him. Though.
Anything in the chat, please? Anything?
I got nothing. Only finally a positive comment from Tom Kelly. Have Gus or Coleman ever hung out with Kirk at his house?
No.
I mean,
Nope,
yeah, that
never.
should be just
Not happened.
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone really wants that. I know Kirk probably doesn't.
Kirk definitely. No. I can tell you, he definitely doesn't. No way.
Yeah.
Like even.
I mean, that was the whole thing. This wasn't supposed to be some type of relationship or whatever with the next producer, and we come in, do the show, and that's about it.
See, Poppy's on the same vibe as me. He's saying deaf him, deaf from the summer, deaf not Nantucket. So he thinks it was a while back. That's what I'm thinking.
If it is, it is. Good for him. Hey, he's a single man now. Let him do his thing. Let him live his life.
Oh, that is a good point. I didn't. Yeah. Yeah, still nothing in the chat for the no context.
I know.
I got one. It was a Ninja Turtle video game picture.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, Todd. See, Todd's killing
Todd
it.
comes through on that one.
Todd's been coming through all
Maybe
chat.
I'll just get some kind of generic video game thing.
Oh, somebody said Morgan Wallen too.
Yeah, I already have Biggie and Tupac though.
Yeah.
Did he really get rid of his account again?
Who's this?
Steve from Gloucester. Yeah. Because I was trying to for the what's it called? The Twitter.
Oh, I mean, we haven't even really talked about that, but absolutely. I mean, that might be the best moment of the week too. Just even just I was running through them a bit today, but those drops were killing me.
Like
it's
I want to know where his obsession with me came from. Like that there's people who don't like the show and like can come out one way, but to have the video, the letter, like it's a little scary.
I think Coleman was so right. Justin's tweet, the stand, was spot on.
Spot on. I said that to Mike before the show.
Did you?
Tuesday. I was like, it feels like Stan.
It definitely does.
We should be together too. Shit. I don't know.
Like I just feel like I'm gonna wake up one day and Steve from Gloucester is gonna be outside my house.
Yeah. Especially I didn't realize how many people actually knew the location of where we are, which is this is that's kind of concerning, but
it's been out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Pulse of the Green, he doxed it with his
video. Yeah. So it's one of those situations that I mean, also the one thing you can always say about being from the Miniverse and knowing some of the Minifans, it's like if they want to find something, they're going to find it. So that's why, like, when things come up on the show, like, you got to be, that's why Coleman, when What's Poddin' comes up, like, that's going to get found one way or another.
Always.
Yeah, I don't
Gus
really
loves reeling it back into
that. But it's like, same thing can be said for Tommy Quinlan when he said he did play-by-play. I'm like, of course I'm going to try to find that. And that's me doing this knowing full well there's got to be some audio out there of me. And I'm sure there is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, on the very small scale that I have anything to do with the show, somebody, when I was coming in to try out for producer, pulled up the specific moment from the Giants-Cowboys game. I guess I got it wrong. And they commented, no, the score wasn't that. It was this. And I was like, wow. Like, I don't know. Just the little things. You're right. I mean, they will find any little thing. You got to be on your toes.
You just got to roll with it.
Yep,
it's
100%.
Like, look, I'm going to make... I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes going forward. But what I can do is at least learn from them and not make the same mistake twice. That's all.
And we've got Average Joe. Need a disc golf vlog. So,
I mean, we got Brody Smith, who's very interested in doing something. So,
yeah, whatever. Vlog content's content, sure.
Yeah. I want to get. Are you guys excited for the golf tournament?
What golf tournament?
The one that Kirk keeps saying, the charity golf tournament.
Yeah, which one? The
Minifan one.
Yeah, I mean, all that's great.
Definitely.
And again, that's great stuff for the vlog when we're just outside of the studio. Like those things, open everything up a bit more. All right, no context is out.
Yeah, because I will say, like, the idea of the vlog, like, just one of you might have said it, but like just diving into the behind the scenes stuff, like not what you're seeing on YouTube, is perfect.
Yeah, I also really like it because I think it's a great form of recapping.
Yeah.
And the extra moments, sure, are great. But fuck me. Sorry.
Multitasking, not easy.
Yeah.
Not easy there, Coleman.
Sorry. 1 second.
Just get this. No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, I mean, the vlog's been great. And the Sorry game was a lot of fun. I mean, nothing beats that one.
Had to call you, though, to make sure Cheater over here wouldn't do that.
Who ended up winning, though?
Who do you think?
Oh, it was. Okay, yeah. All right. Makes sense.
I play to win the game.
What's the next one?
Almost
What's the
too
next
much. Almost 9 hours worth.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
I got to think that one.
We could bring Bob's Burgers Clue in. We could bring, I got some Monopolies.
Monopoly is a good one. That'll be a long
Monopoly is just, Monopoly is one where you want to start getting fights and
Cutting that up sounds
miserable.
hell.
Yeah. You got to be locked in for 2 hours.
Yeah.
At like the very least, I feel like.
No, so I'm excited for next week. We got a bunch of good guests in, which I'm excited for. I mean, it's always good to have Mutt back. Blind Mike's great. We're gonna get Clemmer, and
Clemmer on, yeah.
I am excited to hear Clemmer's pitch for At a Theater. Like, I want him to do, like, he's gonna do it one way or another.
We'll see.
He's gonna do it one way or another, even if someone else from the show does it. Like,
We'll see.
I'm still baffled by that.
I'm excited to be in studio for that. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's right. That's gonna be a Friday. You'll
be
be sitting back here,
Yep. Just soaking it all in.
sitting in the short corner.
Short corner. I like that. Yeah.
Just a little short corner.
We'll start pushing that nickname up.
Not for you. I'm just saying. Oh, and we got some news coming out. Mike Manansky tweeted 13 minutes ago an update to Toucher and Rich. Someone who would know reached out and told me that Rich Schurtenlieb was in the EEI offices. That was first heard on the Kirk Minahan show earlier today. So thanks, Mutt.
I also, I feel like I want to bring something up, and I don't know, like, this is a Minifan thing that I noticed was going on last Friday, and she ended up adding me in something about the hurricane. Let me pull it up before I get the name wrong. I just saw a lot of controversy over it last week. Oh yeah, the MA gambling girl.
Oh yeah,
that whole, like, whether it's like
too.
And then some people are trying to say like it's not a girl, like it's a guy. But then she was like posting like selfies of herself.
Yeah,
like,
but that's easy to do.
That's,
I mean,
like,
look at
you're right. No, 100%.
There's catfish accounts everywhere with shit.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you want that to be Montante. All right.
Yeah.
That's relatively it for now. Unless you guys have anything else, unless chat has anything else.
Let's see. No, nothing that I'm picking up here.
No, it's definitely a starting point. I think coming forward through this, we can get. I think one of the fun things that'll be kind of going forward will be at the end of the week, kind of keeping track of all the topics that we've had that didn't get talked about, and kind of touching on them. Like I know one of them, like you had, was Tico, Texas.
Oh, that shit's just funny. Just her going in on Brianna Chicken Fry and Dave, and then there was a whole Twitter exchange after the fact with her. Yeah.
But things like that, I think, will be good going forward, and I don't know, making this more regular of a thing.
Yeah. Do we want to just round out with a little dozen trivia?
Let's do it.
I didn't do it today yet.
I haven't done it either.
I'm doing my way, so we're starting from the bottom, as Drake said.
Started from the bottom that way.
I know this one, but this late Swedish DJ and producer released multiple hits.
Done.
Yep.
Avicii.
Yep. Avicii.
That was fast.
Yeah, Swedish.
I don't think I would have got that.
Movies. John Candy star in this 1993 sports comedy film, Jamaican Bobsled. You know this. I know this.
Oh, cool runnings.
Yeah. I
What
didn't know.
day at Comic-Con?
Yeah, the team was obviously.
Yeah, they
we
won
go.
the Olympic gold medal. Right?
TV.
No, they didn't. They didn't win the gold medal.
They didn't?
No, they
Oh,
fall. Remember? And the big moments when they're walking across the finish
haven't seen
line
it.
with the bobsled.
It's one of those I just haven't
I
seen.
love cool runnings.
Yeah.
You know, most people say they come to leave Jamaica. We have a bobsled team.
Since 2009, who has been the host of Bravo's Late Night Watch What Happens Live? That's Andy Cohen.
I was gonna say Bravo host is gonna be Andy Cohen.
Beverages. Since 2015, former American Idol Season 1 runner-up Justin Guarini, I don't even remember him, has played the outrageous character Lil Sweet in commercials. Oh, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
Lil Sweet, it's the sweetness.
I didn't even realize that was him.
I didn't know either. Two celebrities. It's clearly Joey Fatone,
Yeah, that's.
but I don't know who the inside is necessarily, if you want to take a gander.
Is that Cher?
Oh, I think it is.
Boom,
Wow.
I think so.
boom.
Share. Boom.
Gus is on fire.
Books. What American author is known for as the creator of The Hunger Games? That's Suzanne Collins.
Okay.
We're 6 for 6 right now.
I should have known.
This is my struggle bus.
I would be 0 for 6 right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Hall of Famer Wade Boggs recorded his 3,000th career hit during
Tampa
his
Bay.
final. Okay.
Damn.
You ever do a Boggs challenge?
No.
I don't think I ever did it.
What was
but
that like? 40? How many beers?
I forget the exact number,
That's a
but we
lot.
would sometimes at BC they would do it where you'd wear the white shirt and just knock off however many you do. But he did it on a plane. Combo guard Rodney Stuckey played for this Eastern Conference team from 2007 to 2014, leading them in scoring during the 2010-2011. I feel like he was a Piston.
I was gonna say Pistons.
I have no clue.
Detroit Pistons.
Correct. We got one more, boys.
Okay, I got
one more
This is
for a
the-
perfect.
Oh fuck.
Jacksonville drafted this QB 10th overall out of Missouri in 2011.
Blake Bortles.
Yep.
Boom.
Is this a perfect?
Or Blaine Gabbert.
No,
Oh,
it wasn't.
it's Blaine
You got a
Gabbert
double
then.
dip. You fucked us, Gus.
It's Blaine Gabbert.
That's my
It's
fault.
Gotta be Blaine Gabbert.
That's the only other one that I would think that drafted that far
I
back.
think so.
What did Bortles go to USF?
Correct. Let's
Or
go,
UCF?
boys. We'll
Gabbert?
take the double dip.
Double dip, perfect.
Nice. I was able to contribute to 2.
I mean,
Sports ones.
If anything, I would say I'd blame that on the final answer person for getting too excited and not listening.
Sometimes you gotta let it rip. Sometimes you gotta trust your team like that. I trusted you guys. You let me down, but I trusted you.
No.
All right. I think that's it. Unless you guys got anything else. I feel like Kirk. What else?
I have no clue.
What else? That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
See you guys next week.
See you guys next Friday. We're going to try and do this on Fridays with Josh in here. It helps out a bunch, but hope you guys enjoyed hanging out. Catch you.